Meantime, a man from the northwest side of Chicago is facing 2 federal charges tonight in connection with the siege on the Capitol.
WGN's Patrick Elwood is live with that story. Patrick.
Mike and Ray, good evening to you. His name is Kevin Lyons, and here in Chicago's Jefferson Park neighborhood, his neighbors say he was out there all the time telling people how he felt about President Trump, and he felt strongly about him in a good kind of way. FBI agents today executing a warrant on a Chicago man now charged in connection with the January 6th riot at the U.S. Capitol. Agents can be seen carrying evidence from the home and the vehicles belonging to Kevin James Lyons, seen here in a previous arrest mugshot. The 40-year-old is an HVAC technician who appeared by telephone from the downtown federal lockup, the Metropolitan Corrections Center, before federal magistrate Gabriel Fuentes. Neighbors say Lyons was a Trump loyalist, not shy about expressing his views.
He was a Trump supporter. He was a Republican in every way, and he was pretty mad about the abuse of the government, or his opinion was the government's abusing people.
Lyons is charged in a criminal complaint facing 2 counts, violent entry and disorderly conduct on Capitol grounds. In the complaint, Lyons posted on social media a map from his North Side home to the nation's capital saying, quote, "I refuse to tell my children that I sat back and did nothing. I am heading to D.C. to stop the steal," unquote. Once inside the Capitol, he posted a pic outside Speaker Nancy Pelosi's office. On his Instagram page, Lyons also posting his ballot, casting his vote for Trump. His presence in Kenosha during the unrest after the shooting of Jacob Blake, an arrest document from Schaumburg, a photo of him masked up wearing a protective vest with gun in hand, and a tattoo of the Constitution's "We the People." The judge ordering him today not to have any contact with anyone who may have been there at the Capitol with him and to stay away from any U.S. federal property. Back on his block today, neighbor Mark Billick says he appreciates the difference of political opinion, but if true, what Lyons did at the U.S. Capitol and others is just plain wrong.
I don't think everybody has to go to that extreme to put their opinion across. To be honest with you, it's terrible what they did.
So the judge set his bond at $10,000. We're not certain if he made bond tonight or not. No sign of him here at home. His next court appearance or court date, likely to be held virtually, is January 19th. He's among 3 people charged locally in connection with what happened at the Capitol a week ago, among 70 nationwide, and the FBI says it's not done yet. Reporting from the north side, the Jefferson Park neighborhood, Patrick Elwood, WGN News. Ray and Michael, back to you in the studio.